now let's talk about cross price elasticity. So what the special thing about this one is that you're looking at two things and how they are related, right? So how the price of Coke is changing, how much Pepsi we're buying. We're looking at how these things are related, so we're looking at cross price, all right? The cross in the sense of price down to the quantity of the other good. So really what we're looking at is the percent change in the quantity of good A or good X, good of like Coca-Cola, because of the percent change in price of good B, good Y, Pepsi, right? So two different goods, and we're going to see how they're related. So because the price of good B changes, that's going to change how much good A we're going to buy. And really what we're looking at is, are they either going to be substitutes or complements? So we'll do some examples of how this looks, but what we're looking for is either a positive number or a negative number. If you get a positive number, what this is showing us is that the goods are substitutes. And that makes sense because look, if the price of the Pepsi or good B were to go up and you buy less of that one and start to buy more quantity of A, well then that is a substitute, right? You're buying less B and then you start to buy A. See how positive? It's a positive number, okay? Now, complements, remember, like ham and cheese. If the price of ham were to go up, you would buy less cheese. See how these are opposites? One goes up, one goes down. That's a negative relationship. So negative number is going to show us complementary goods, all right? Now, if you did get a number of 0, this does mean there is no relationship. Okay, it's like shark bites and lottery tickets, right? There's just no relationship there. All right. Another way to think about this is think about it like the price of a soda changes, and then the quantity of hot dogs changes. So the quantity of good A is soda, and the good B is hot dogs, right? So we're just showing you how two things are related. Okay. So here we're doing the same idea in terms of the percent change, and quantity always goes on top. So if we were looking at 2024 and 2025 for good X and Y, let's do this real quick. We're looking for the cross price elasticity. Now we can see the price of good X is the one changing, so we need to look at the quantity and how that changes. So how this looks at percent change in the quantity of Y over the percent change in the price of X. That's what we're doing here, okay? So what we'll do is we'll do new minus old divided by old. That still is the same. So we'll do 45 minus 40 divided by 40, new minus old divided by old. And then we'll do divided by the change in price. So that'd be 25 minus 20 over 20. We're doing the same thing as all of the other calculations we've done in terms of percent change. All right? And so we'll do the same thing. We'll just work top down. So the cross price should be 5 over 40 and 5 over 20. If you were to do this in your calculator, you would get 0.125. And it's very important that you make sure you follow if you have negative numbers, but we do not have any negative numbers here. If you did 5 divided by 20 here, you would get 0.25. So that would give you 0.5. Okay. So 0.5 is just showing you how sensitive they are, but it is a positive number, so they are considered substitutes. Okay. The larger the number, the stronger the relationship. So if we got a calculation of 5 between good A and B, we would say good A and B are stronger substitutes than X and Y because of the larger number. All right. Now let's look at another example here. We'll look at ham and bread. So your first instinct is like they're complements, right? So let's actually do the calculation. So we need to look at the percent change in the quantity. So, and it's new minus old, so February, January. So we'll do 7 minus 5 over 5. And then the change in price is new minus old divided by old. News February, okay? So then we'll do 7 minus 5, which is 2 over 5. 4 minus 5 is negative 1 over 5, right? Make sure you follow that negative number. From here, we'll do 2 divided by 5, and that is 0.4. And we'll do negative 1 over 5, which is negative 0.2. And so you're going to get negative 2. So again, because it's negative, they are complements. And then it's negative 2. If we got another calculation, such as negative 0.75 between ham and cheese, then we would say ham and bread are stronger complements than ham and cheese. All right, this can be very useful for grocery stores whenever they're trying to price out different products and they're trying to figure out, are these goods complements and how strong of a complement are they? So when they start to do coupons, right, they can say, oh, these are really strong complements. People buy these things together. Let's do this, right? So that's how cross price looks. Again, you're looking at the change in quantity of one good divided by the change in price of the other good, and you're just trying to see how they're related. Positive number, substitutes, negative number, complements. All right. The last thing I'll wrap up with is the other elasticities. We're not going to really focus on these, but I just wanted to let you know that these exist. So you can look at wage elasticity of labor. Basically, because wage changes, how many hours are you going to change? Are you going to work a lot more, a lot less, things like that? And we also have elasticity for interest rates. How sensitive are you to how much you want to get as a loan because interest rates change? Okay, so that wraps up chapter 5. We'll now look at chapter 6, which looks at consumer choices. All right.